I look at my Instagram, and this is dark like stories.
मैले भन्नु लाथे के I'm always there 24/7.
Literally, how do you manage it, Tara?
The stories.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it comes to me so naturally. I don't think of it as too much work. So मलाई त्यस्तो लाग्दैन. Let's say stories कति नै हाल्छ त्यो 1 मिनेटको मैले कतिवटा स्टोरी हाल्छु होला दिनमा 10 वटा maximum 15. That's 15 minutes
lot.
of 24 hours, or let's say of whatever waking hours. So that's not a lot.
Well, for me, that's quite a lot because you know what I think?
What?
कसरी manage गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ कि you're a mother. I mean, what are you now? Tell me. What are you?
I am a mother. I'll go with that. And because I'm a mother and I see my children growing up so fast, and I think like, hey, मैले यो पनि खिच्नुपर्छ, मैले त्यो पनि खिच्नुपर्छ, यो राख्नुपर्छ, memory, oh, so cute. So I'm constantly taking photos and videos any which ways, right? And Instagram is just like, I'll upload the same thing that I already have on my phone. So that's why it comes to me easy.
Yeah. But you're also doing so many things, like trainings and business.
So I am doing trainings mostly. I call myself a mindset coach because whatever trainings I do, it boils down to mindset, Nikki, whether it's your personality.
What is mindset coach?
It's how to change your wiring a little bit to think in a way that is beneficial to you.
Okay.
A मान्छेले think positive, stay positive मात्रै भन्छ नि त. तर stay positive how? Like what can you do in order to feel positive or think alikati more positive भनौँ न. So to change your mindset in a way that helps you become better or that helps you fulfill your potential. So you have your answers in your problem, right? So you said I can't do it and you said I procrastinate.
Yeah.
So those are already there. So first thing you have to start saying, you have to stop saying is I can't do it. You know. So the most important is self-talk. मान्छेसँग कति कुरा गर्छ के गर्छ whatever, but every time we talk to everybody, whatever you say, I'm translating it somewhat in my own way, and then I'm talking to myself, right? So I'm talking to myself like अहिले म यहाँ बसेर ओहो मोमो खानु पर्यो अनि सोच्यो भने literally रियाल्स हुन सक्छ नि त म यहाँ बसेर मोमो खानु पर्यो. अहिले म यसो सोचेर म अब अमेरिका जानु पर्ने आँखा चिम्लेर पुग्छु म अहिले न्युयोर्क. Look, I'm in New York, right?
Yeah.
So that's how powerful your mind is, and it's with you 24/7. So if you can get your mind to be your friend and you can stop saying I can't do it, that's one way. Tip number one, self-talk.
I know.
Fun and young.
We're still fun and young.
Yep. Young, I don't know. We're still fun, okay.
I really feel young.
I don't feel old either, but I mean, not that young.
Yeah,
when we were hanging out, I was probably, 18, 19?
Yeah, I must have been in my 20s, right? So, when I look at your stories, I get these questions. I literally had to write it down. I'm like, I want to make sure. How do you manage those two? I don't know. Myself, I don't think I'll be able to manage all that.
Really?
Starting from your workout, do you food I see you etapani, I see utapani. Harik event, I think you went to 3 different places.
Yeah, yesterday was busy, 3-4 different
and
places.
I see that most of the time. What do you eat?
I don't know. How?
No, seriously, what's your morning routine like? Tell me.
See, this is the thing. I don't have like a very specific routine. Obviously, biana bacha related breakfast. Then Dia goes to school, and then I have some time off. So if I can get a workout, I will do it in the morning. So it actually depends on the day. If I'm busy during the day, then I'll work out in the morning. If I'm not, then I'll be very lazy in the morning.
But you make sure you work out.
I do try to. Yeah. So त्यस्तो स्पेसिफिकै त रुटिन त छैन मेरो. Yeah.
But what's your morning routine like? Dia school answer and this pishi, what do you do?
So see, because I don't have a specific career or specific मेरो 10 बजी काम पुग्नै पर्छ, you know, त्यस्तो छैन नि त मेरो. So त्यही भएर it's very different के. So like currently I'm working on my workshop. So that means I'm obviously working on like content related to the workshop, on the slides, on what I can do, how I can promote it, what I can say, you know, on that day what I'm gonna wear.
The heart-shaped earrings.
Yeah, the heart-shaped earrings, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So it depends on what I'm doing, literally. So त्यो बेला चाहिँ it's the morning, and Ravi doesn't sleep until like 1ish. So
Afternoon.
Yeah. So then 12 o'clock lunch, pachi, once he goes to sleep, then I go out. So once I put him to nap, so then that's when I go out. And normally I try to be back by the time Dia comes from school so that I'm home. And then after she comes back and I've spent, then I go out again. So if I have to, So I schedule my going outs also either on Javiko nap time or Diako school time.
So how has life changed after having 2 kids now?
Drastically.
In a good way?
Because, yeah, absolutely in a good way. I think I've become a much better person because of my kids. Not that they made me a better person, but I wanted to become a better mom for them or a better human to be around. Yeah. So I started working on myself. So I think that sort of responsibility behind the. So I really started honestly working on myself without, just your acting working on myself. Okay? Like, I don't know, when people say like I'm working on myself and I don't know if they're really putting in the work in terms of like trying to change how they behave or trying to change how they think. It's more like I'm working on myself, whatever, so stuff like that, right? So मेरो चाहिँ त्यस्तो वाला चाहिँ हैन, more like how I thought ni.
Okay, your mindset.
Yeah, mindset. That's when I went down the mindset route.
Yeah.
It really worked for me. I didn't read books because I didn't want like a chapter based flow. I wanted to like pick and choose stuff from wherever I found. So I would read like random articles and mostly like these motherhood, baby, stuff like that. Then I'd listen to even podcasts. I would, watch maybe YouTube. I don't know what I did. It happened. Okay, let me be a little more specific. So let's say growing up, I always say this, I was like a very confident child, growing up. And then you made a midlife or whatever you call that, you made a Miss Nepal only time. I went down some rabbit hole around that time.
I think I know that part.
So that phase, where I had a lot of shitty friends around me. I was not getting along with my parents also so much because I was, rebelling, and I was in that phase probably. My boyfriend wasn't, Dikesh, my boyfriend, wasn't around also. He was in the US, so he was a different kind of person, not very like me to sort of be of any help or of any support. So त्यो फेजमा चाहिँ म अलिकति कस्तो भएको थियो भने Hola, maybe. Maybe I would be a little jealous. I would be comparing myself to other people. I was in that rat race. I was trying to prove some point. I was trying to be something I was not. I don't know, something along those lines. So I felt like I was very unhappy. And बाहिरबाट जस्तो देखेँ भित्रबाट चाहिँ I don't think I was really confident in myself. Okay? I would doubt myself. I would be very judgmental about people around me and about me as well. And when, some people did something wrong, I would sort of not put the blame. I'd put the blame on them, but then I would hold that bitterness. Even now, I don't know if I can like really forgive. I can let go, but I can't like completely forget. Okay?
So
that's just part of me.
Is that something that you want to work on?
So wait. So then that happened. And I think I was slowly working on it a little bit. I was like trying, like people would say, it's better to forgive and things like that. But it didn't go through. And when I got pregnant with Dia, I think was my biggest changing point. So from the beginning, I knew I wanted a daughter. I wanted a daughter.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I actually remember you saying that.
So, yeah. And then I think from that moment on, every time I thought about this little girl who I would be responsible for primarily, I kept thinking कि अब यो बच्चा त आफ्नोलाई त कस्तो प्यारो हुन्छ नि आमाबाउले हैन आफ्नो बच्चाहरु त यस्तो राम्रो यस्तो sweet, and imagine this girl growing up and becoming so all of the things that I was. It'll be so unfair because she doesn't see the beauty in herself that I see. So I started looking at myself from that perspective. Okay?
Oh, so that was the mind.
Yeah, that was the mindset. Shift.
Right?
Yeah. So I became my own mother and I became my own daughter, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I went to the daughter role and the mom role, and then I started changing myself from then on. Yeah. So from then on, I don't say stuff like, oh, kasto moti bhayo, ma kasto naramri deखेछु, त्यो मान्छे कस्तो घिनलाग्दो. I don't say stuff like that anymore. One, त मेरो छोरीको अगाडि I don't want to say stuff like that so that, it doesn't go through her also. And two, now अब बानी भइसक्यो मलाई. मलाई के I remember I just given birth to the end December types अनि होली भयो थियो हैन. होली कहिले हुन्छ around February तिर त हुन्छ. So 2-3 महिना post having a baby, there was an event at home. Holy event, matlab, there was a lot of people coming over at home. And this one auntie, my in-laws ko friend hola, she comes up to me and of course usko mahin ma ta Miss Nepal or whatever, right? Swag soche thyo hola ni ta, अब I am more pregnant. So the shock भयो होला. And it was after 2-3 months म आफूलाई पनि अलिकति यसो कालो प्यान्ट लगाएर अलिकति ठिकैको जस्तो त लागेको थियो हैन, अलिकति दुब्लो. बाप्रे तिमी त कस्तो मोटी रे के मलाई, समथिङ लाइक दिस नै. यस्तो झनननन रिस उठ्यो क्या मलाई त. I'm like, yo auntie, first of all I've just given birth, you could ask me anything, how's the baby, how are you, कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ, whatever, anything, and she decides to say मोटी. अनि मैले I looked at her like this and I said, बाप्रे भनेको पनि कोले हेर नि त्यहाँ. I said this too. भनेको नि कोले हजुरलाई आफू त एकदम स्लिम एन्ड ट्रिम लाग्छ क्या हो भने she's like, what did this girl just tell me?
That's a good one.
And then she's like, होइन तिमीहरू त something के हो Miss Nepal, something like that. And I was like, हुने उमेरमा त म त जे होस् मोटी सोटी जे भयो भने मिस नेपाल त भइ त सक्यो. हजुर चाहिँ प्लान छ क्या अब मिस नेपाल हुने. And I was like so pissed off at her. So I mean I react differently obviously.
Yeah.
There was one time I had my event थियो, somebody sitting at the registration. Just म अब had my event चिटिक्क भएर गए, खुसी हुँदै उफ्रिँदै गइरहेको थिएँ. आमा तिमी त पहिलादेखि भन्दा त कस्तो, फर्स्टमा she said, oh hi Zenisha. I was like, hi, hello. Hey, तिमी त पहिलादेखि भन्दा त कस्तो मोटी भएछ. I'm like, my smile. I was like, I don't need this energy right now. So sometimes I ignore, sometimes I talk back. Most of the time I say I'm pretty inappropriate to be making comments like this. But yeah, now I think people know me well enough to not make those comments anymore.
They don't dare.
So yeah, I had this attitude, but I think that attitude always protected me.
Hey? Because otherwise people would walk all over you.
Yeah, and they take me for granted. I even now I keep telling people I've never been flirted on.
Hey, same here.
Nobody.
Sachi.
Yeah, Sachi. Nobody.
And I sometimes find it so weird. कि कतिजना आउँछ हैन, त्यो मान्छे पनि फ्लर्ट गर्यो. Oh, he asked me.
Oh. I'm like, no.
How come they don't ask
me out?
Ever.
And I don't think it's not because we're not good looking or, flirt material. It's just that vibe. Ki?
Yeah.
Like,
stay
sorry.
away.
Yep.
Don't try to mess with me.
You cannot.
And that is actually really good. But most of the girls, उनीहरूले के भन्छ भन्दाखेरि, if they portray that, they are not being nice.
Yeah, but why to be nice? This is the thing. Like for me, I mean, I'm like so privileged in the sense that my parents never hurkaused me. Yeah, hurkaused me. My parents never brought me up.
Okay.
My parents never brought me up to believe that I must be nice to people.
Yeah.
That I must please somebody.
People pleaser huna पर्दैन. Be yourself.
Yeah. So they never said it like that, but it was like, so let's say when I was young and I said, oh, I don't like that person, they would never be like, yeah, I know, uncle ho, गर्ने person. I would say, त्यो uncle मलाई मन पर्दैन, नमस्ते गर्दिन, म त ढोक्दिन. They'd be like, fine.
Do whatever.
Yeah, that is almost unheard of ni normally.
Yeah. Same with my parents, my dad especially. हुन्छ नि, यो गर्ने पर्छ, you have to be like this भन्ने कहिले थिएन. I used to be like one of the worst students.
I didn't have that problem.
So you know what? I'm dyslexic.
Oh, okay.
Super dyslexic. So that is zamin par wala matra haina. Okay, so actually dyslexia ma chai there are different types.
Okay.
Haina? So some people can't read, some people can't do math, some people can't even look at the watch and tell you time. So language communication is difficult, haina? But
what was yours?
Mine was I could not read and I still can't read Nepali.
Like
अहिलेसम्म पनि मलाई नेपाली पढ्यो भन्नु भने आउँदैन. यस्तो लाज लाज मर्दो गरिकन पढ्छु कि भन्छ लाज मर्दो गरी
No.
whatever.
Yeah, त्यही हो.
And the worst part was हाम्रो स्कुलमा पनिसमेन्ट दिन्थ्यो क्या
Oh.
होइन स्कुलमा इफ यु आर नट गुड त्यसमा इम्प्रुभ कसरी गराउनु थिएन अहिले थ्याङ्क गड none of
Things
that
have
is there,
changed.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure it has.
I'm sure it's better now. Mhm.
Ki either you were humiliated in front of the entire class or you were kicked out of the class. कसरी सिक्छ? And I never learned it.
And your dad was okay with it?
And
is
my
what you're
dad
trying
was
to
the
get.
coolest person. But I failed in this. I was like, it's all right. You didn't like the subject? Fine. Like literally testo cool थियो के मेरो बुवा and my mama. And then growing up, it was easy just to be myself. के?
Yeah.
And I think it totally depends on the parents as well.
Absolutely.
Right? Now that you are
Yeah,
a mother.
Yeah. I think that voice that I was talking about, the self-talk, it's a lot influenced by your parents' voice. Okay? So it's the same things. So what they say, we sleep and we यो म गर्नुपर्छ ममाले भन्थ्यो पापाले त्यो भन्ने त्यो
Yeah.
growing up years मा जुन चाहिँ हाम्रो subconscious build हुन्छ नि,
Yep.
it comes
Till
from there.
7.
Yeah.
Right?
It
That
comes
is
from there.
so important. And I don't think a lot of parents even today actually understand that. Hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that.
Oh my God, don't even get there.
Hey? So how do you actually control Dia and Ravya? Because they are wild. I can see that they are so energetic. And kire Karu? Kairu. Oh my God.
So the thing is, sub on the first matter, what I decided to let go is what people will judge, how people will judge me as a parent. And I will always focus on how my kids are going to judge me as a parent. You know, how does it matter what you think? Let's say, what kind of a mother I am. It's more
Doesn't
important that
matter.
Dia thinks I'm a good mom.
Yeah.
Right? That I am a good mom for her. I don't need to be a good mom for everybody else. I need to be a good mom to 2 kids. That's it. Right? So once that is there, then I'm set. So every time I do something or say something or I have to, in a way. So I think, am I doing this in a way by being a good mom to her? And by good, I don't mean ki, like, good, you know? Yeah. Am I
you want
teaching
them-
her the right values?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I speaking in the right tone? Am I saying the right words? And by right words, I don't mean like honey, darling, kuchi, boo, 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 right words, bhane haina.
Yeah.
The correct word to explain something. You know, like even like this moti, dubli and things like this, kali, gori, you know, puchi, nepti, chapti, chimse, whatever. All of these also, I consciously avoid.
Yeah.
I will never say it. I mean, मेरो छोरालाई त म काले भन्छु कहिले काहीँ. But that's more.
And he looks exactly like Tyson. Cute.
He does, right?
I remember Tyson when you used to go pick him up in that motorbike. के?
Oh
त्यो बेलाको
my
Tyson
God.
मात्रै याद छ है. Now
Baby. That's baby Tyson.
I know that's the only Tyson that I remember. के अहिले देख्यो भने I don't think I'll even recognize him except for तिम्रो त्यो stories
Yeah, you will recognize him. He's that same baby face with like a 120 kg body.
त्यही त,
100,
है?
110 maybe. Yeah.
So with your fitness routine, he helps you with that?
He does encourage me, of course, and he does believe in my potential because he believes we have the same genes, and if he's so good,
And so is your sister.
I'm sure I have it too. Yeah, so is my sister, so is my mom and my dad both. Actually,
Oh yeah, your
so
mom, next
yeah.
level, like,
Yeah.
you know, mom said,
Yeah, so
please.
fitness is definitely there in the family. I keep teasing myself, saying like I'm the unfit one, and
No,
I'm
you're
the
not.
exactly. So I'm just the unfit one in
Compare.
comparison to these people in the family. Once I step out of that,
Yeah.
I'm like very good.
Very good. Like, you're working out and the workout videos over there. Oh, I'm not losing my sleep more, Janissa.
I know exactly.
By the
So
way,
this-
did you start sleeping?
See,
early?
sleeping early. I try, which is not really a problem for me, because I'm ek number ko sutwa, kumbhakarna. You know, so if you give me advice, sleep more. Done.
Sleep on time, anta.
Sleep on time. Done. So 11 is my like literally cut out. But you said 10, right? So I've
Yeah.
pushed it forward. But I don't think my husband's going to be too happy about that. Digesh sleeps really late and I sleep early and normally 11. So hami chill or whatever, bhetne golf गर्ने time is after the kids sleep,
Oh.
which is like 9-ish.
Hi.
Yeah. So
you you know, once you have kids, relationship alikiti with
Change huncha.
oh,
Absolutely.
has it changed?
Of course, and it has to change also, but whether it has changed for the better or for the worse is a different story,
So
but
how do
definitely
you
it's changed.
say it has changed?
For me, look, Didi, mindset coach. Mera to wrong huna, and I will never say it's changed for the worse. It's definitely changed for the better. Because I feel now we're a team, right?
Yeah.
Because first it was just him and I. Oh, I love you. You take care of me, I take care of you, whatever. Now we have to take care of these two kids
Yeah.
together. So I think it's built us into sort of a unit. And whatever we do, even not to each other, even anything for ourselves or for each other, it affects more people.
Yeah.
People who are very important to us. So I
त्यही
think
त
we've become a
दुईजना
much stronger
सँगसँगै।
team.
Yeah, because a lot of times के हुन्छ भन्दा कोहीले चाहिँ because you're a mindset coach, right? You have started taking it in a very positive way.
Yeah.
अथवा led it into this path where it's positive for both of you. But at times I've seen a lot of people actually drift apart.
Absolutely.
अनि त्यस्तो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्ला मान्छेले?
Yeah. That's there. I even took like this whole couples class, you know.
So tell
like
me,
how we
what
can
do you
build our
think?
relationship
So,
after.
why don't you share?
Sabanda, first and foremost, how are you connecting as a couple is very important, right? So I would think like sex is a big part of intimate relationship,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
And that goes like downhill
of
once
course.
once you've had a baby. First of all, let's say pregnancy, it takes a toll on your body. You know, you're not feeling so great. You're not up for it all the time. You know,
The hormones change
yeah.
and everything.
So hormone changes, and sometimes your libido is like really goes up,
That's-
and sometimes it goes down. Some people it goes up, so I mean, good for them, you know. But
Very good for them.
very good for them. For some people, it doesn't, and then of course you've had the baby, and if you had a vaginal birth, you already have your own insecurities there also.
Oh, I saw that. He's a shrukoma.
What? Oh,
The vaginal tightening.
vaginal tightening.
Yeah,
No,
I think
know,
it's
know.
so important,
It's
and people are actually not talking about
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. We should have a whole conversation on that.
No,
also.
it's actually very important.
important.
Whenever we talk about money or sex, it's like taboo.
Yeah,
कुरा
yeah.
नगर।
Yeah.
होइन, के कुरा गरेस् तियो? You know, so now you're actually talking about it. It's so important for people who are married with kids to understand. You need to actually invest in that.
Invest. So that's what I'm saying. So like, let's say you've had the baby and then you have your own insecurities, body has changed, you know, you feel like you have like stretch marks. People ask me about stretch marks, budala effect, huncha hundaina, you know, you don't feel so good about yourself. So as a mom or as the woman who just went through 9-month pregnancy, popped a baby out and then is going through a postpartum recovery of a couple of months, that's one good year of you not feeling like yourself.
Yeah.
And whatever, not wanting to have sex. So in that process, sometimes we don't, right? And as if the husband is, I mean, okay about it, ish. I don't
They have
think
to
you
be.
should- No, some men are not apparently. So that's when a lot of like these men cheat on their wives while their wives are pregnant. Da, da, da. So that's
I heard about that
so
too.
that's another story altogether, right? So my suggestion now is when we recover, you know, you take your husband also on that journey. You have to be transparent about how you're feeling, what is changing.
Communication.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're also going through the pregnancy with you in their heads. I know. They can't do much more than that any which ways. Right?
Yeah.
And then after that, so they're in that process with you. So involve them emotionally also. And you know, so that they're in that process. And then when you feel better, I think you can talk about what's lacking. You can talk about, do you feel like, you know, it's not happening as much as you'd like, or, you know, I mean, you know, I'd sort of be on the same page. I mean, like every husband
Yeah.
is different, every wife is different,
But
communicate
yeah.
is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. You
Right?
need to communicate
Yeah.
what you are going through
Yeah, absolutely.
and what you're expecting पनि.
Also.
किनकि अन्तर्यामी
And
त
what
होइन नि।
they're expecting also, you should try and understand. You know?
Right.
So I don't mean like, oh, I'm just communicating, oh, 10 o'clock tonight. Or something like that. I know. You could, not a bad idea, but otherwise I'm just saying maybe you could go out on a nice dinner. You can even connect, like build intimacy.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be like
It doesn't
physical
always
sex.
have to be physical sex. It could be a physical hug. It could be a physical cuddle. You know, maybe I'm not in. You know, things like that definitely help.
This is so important, and I think a lot of people need to understand. के होइन त?
Absolutely. Oh. Why not?
किनकि you know what I've realized, बिहा गरेको मान्छेहरू होइन, they start acting like friends के.
Really?
Oh my God, tell me about it.
I call my husband bro. Is that like acting like a
Yes,
friend?
it is actually.
I know it is. It is.
You
it
know,
is,
so
it
I've
is.
seen that in a lot of people. Hey, bro.
But no, we
hey,
still
brother.
have 10 o'clock tonight.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's
Bro,
what,
they can last. 10 o'clock tonight, bro. Downer. No, I'm not coming.
like you see how you communicate really matters. Ni. Timi sabajanaलाई, oh my boo, भन्नु जाँदैन नि. Right?
Cool.
So every word I think actually makes a difference.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely it
so
does.
with married couples, एकदमै भइसकेपछि they somehow lose that spark. Okay? And with you and Dikesh, because I've seen Dikesh since he was like, I don't know,
A baby.
you know. So when I first saw you together, like, oh my God, they're such a beautiful couple.
You thought so? Thank you. I thought only I was beautiful. Lala. Anyways.
That's the humor. Oh my God. मेरो podcast मा त
त्यो निकाल्छ नि ट्रेलर टाइपको त्यसमा यस्तो मात्रै कट गर्नु न अर्को
Oh God. Seriously, त्यस्तो होला के भनिरहेको थिएँ पनि बिर्स्यो.
Okay, you saw me and Dikesh and we were such a beautiful couple. Okay, and then what happens from there?
Exactly. What happened to you? Oh, you thought only you.
I thought only I
You
was
were beautiful. होइन सो दुवैजना कस्तो थियो भन्दाखेरि we actually complement each other के पार्टनर्सहरू चाहिँ त्यस्तो हुन जरुरी छ. एकदमै डिफ्रेन्ट भयो भने पनि I think it won't work. Opposites attract भन्छ, which I don't think actually works. You'll be attracted, but after a while, you'll be like, what the hell? भन्ने त हुन्छ नि त्यो मान्छेसँग के कुरा नै मिल्दैन. उसलाई जानु मन लाग्छ हाइकिङ, उसलाई जानु मन लाग्छ पार्टिङ भन्यो भने imagine. So with, I mean, knowing Dikesh and you, दुईजना उस्तै टाइपको people coming together लागेको थियो कि मलाई. दुवैजना उस्तै टाइप छन् तिमीहरू कस्तो सिमिलर छ.
त्यस्तो नभन्नु न दिदी म कस्तो No, personalities I think we are very different.
No, similar
No,
छ के.
yeah, similar in some ways. Values I think हाम्रो ditto छ के.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
something
the person
that's
that we
important.
are, like on the outward, like I talk a lot and he speaks less, or things like that might be different. But underneath our values of what we want, how we want things,
Yeah.
in life, say एकदमै same छ. So that's how we're the same.
Similar के.
Yeah, yeah.
तिमीहरूको similar भनेको दुवैजना पिङ्क लाउनु पर्दैन.
Pink with hearts लाउनु पर्दैन.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not gonna
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
You can
absolutely.
have your gay friend doing that with you. You know,
Absolutely.
so मान्छेहरू when they come together, I just feel like you need to complement each other, but at the same time दुईजना different पनि हुन जरुरी चाहिँ छ के. दुवैजना बोल्ने पत्तर बोल्ने कसले चाहिँ सुन्दिने.
हो ठिक म एउटा बोले पुग्छ सुनेको सुनेकै गर्छ चुपचाप. Sometimes म यस्तो अल्छी लाग्छ Dikesh please say something. He's like बोल न म सुनिरहेको छु. I'm like बोलिसक्यो कुरा सकिसक्यो मेरो भन न अब तिम्रो टर्न होइन तिमी सोच त अझै अलिक कुरा निस्किन्छ तिम्रो फेरि सोच नभन्दा निस्किने क्या कुरा बोलिन नसकिने कि मेरो त उसको त बोली फुट्नै गाह्रो कुरा नि like I have to ask him a question कि okay so you went out to this place last night how was it so how was it good what is good like what good happened good को थियो 1 2 3 4 अनि
Good.
1 2 3 4 you know like it's मात्रै answer कि and I'm like what is this
But what attracted you to Dikesh?
I told you
What?
well I didn't tell you
I'm sure you did.
Okay,
Yo, Belaba.
okay I thought I spoke about it already. Okay, so what genuinely attracted to me to Dikesh was that he wasn't enamored by me being Miss Nepal. I was Miss Nepal at the time. And he was in America, right? So he didn't know me or whatever. म त्यो बेला अलि famous model type से थिएँ नि त. So whoever I met, model types.
Actress पनि थियो होइन?
के गरिन्थेँ म ठुली भएछु नाचेको याद छैन?
के मात्र गरे यार तिमीले.
अनि anyways, so he was in America, so he didn't know that much. He just met me as Priyanka's friend. He knew of me. Obviously, I was reigning Miss Nepal. So he didn't treat me like, oh, kokone ho jasto ke. So I let my guard down, because when people acted like that with me, I would always put my guard up, and I'd always let people.
So he
on the
made you
outside.
feel safe.
Yeah, I think it was that. He made me feel normal.
Yeah.
Like just another girl. You know what I mean? Not that anybody else made me feel my God, Rajkumari, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I always had my guard up, even if it was in my own head. I think, is this guy trying to flirt with me? Who does he think? So I was very like that.
Yeah.
And with Dikesh, I just became like, it's okay. This guy can talk to me.
But he wouldn't talk, no.
He would laugh at my jokes. That's what he did. Yatro gala suna. And later, people asked him, what made you fall in love with Dikesh? He actually said she was very funny and she would make me laugh. And I thought that was the last thing that would make any guy fall in love with me, okay? I thought it would be my dangerous beauty. But the मेरो जोकले पो फसाएर छ bro त.
See, bro, again.
Yeah, I called him my bro.
Bro zone ke ho?
No. Just when I refer to it sometimes, yeah. But whatever. So that's what I'm saying. So I put my guard down. I guess I became funny. And he was a really nice guy, like just a very sweet guy. Like somebody who appreciated and loved his parents and his family, wanted to be home. You know, the good boy kind. And
ज्ञानी छ नि अति दुवैजना
and we
दिपिका
did.
and
Yeah, what's not to love?
है दुवैजना
6 foot of loving material.
6 foot भयो है दिकेश
he was what तपाईँको कमरतिर हो क्या. तर I think in his head you are still the tall didi क्या. He might be much taller than you, but you know बचपनदेखि त्यो tall didi देखेको भएर you are the tall didi in his
म
head.
भन्दा अलिकति सानो ठुलो होला सानो
अलिकति अग्लो ठुलो नभन्नु त.
1 inch अग्लो छ म भन्दा. I'm 5'11", so
Yeah,
he's
so he's 6.
My God, यत्रो सानो. I never thought he would be that tall भने.
I don't know about that. I met him when he was 6.
है त्यही त. So with all of this going on, तिम्रो लाइफमा becoming a wife, mother, entrepreneur, spiritually चाहिँ तिमी कतिको grow भएको छ? You feel like, because I sense that in you every time you write and share stuff, especially on those posts.
You read? Thank you.
Of course I do.
That husband doesn't read. See? Opposite. बुढी लेखेको लामो लामो क्याप्सन बुढा पढ्नु छैन.
हो त तिम्रो त्यो captions actually makes me realize a lot of things, okay? And I feel that's your spiritual growth.
Thank you. It is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure. See, writing to me is very like therapy जस्तो कि. So whatever I'm going through,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of other people who are going through similar stuff, right? So then I write about it, and it's my sort of a release.
Yeah.
And it also makes me think a little deeper about that and how I can also change that in certain ways, right? About myself or about my surroundings, whatever. So I think the spiritual growth is definitely there. I'm not like a religious person in the sense that I don't like to think yo Bhagwan, यसलाई म आज लड्डु खुवाउँछु अनि मेरो 5वटा विश पुरा हुन्छ अथवा भनौँ न लड्डु खुवाउने चाहिँ दाम फनी हो नाकमा बिचारा गणेशजीको फर्स्टमा त सुडको तल खोज्छ. Haven't you seen it? What are you?
I swear.
गणेश भगवानको सुडको तल मुख रहेछ नि त.
चढाउने भन्दैन नि त कसैले.
के भन्छ त?
लड्डु चढाउने भन्छ यार.
तर चढाउँदैन ठुस यहाँ नाकको तल नि गणेश थानमा जानुपर्छ तपाईँ सुडको तल लड्डु यति लड्डु हुन्छ.
Oh God.
I swear. So that's what I'm saying. So that I don't do. I don't think like मैले त्यहाँनिर गएर लड्डु चढायो भने मेरो काम बन्छ. त्यो एङ्गलबाट त I'm not religious at all.
I'm actually imagining that.
I swear man, यत्रो सुड होइन त्यहाँ यति धेरै लड्डु हुन्छ. मान्छेहरू सिरियसली लड्डु यहाँ ठुसिरा हुन्छ. In any case, the point being, spiritually, I definitely believe, you know, there are energies, there is power, and mostly I think it comes from thoughts and what people put out there.
You are what you think.
Yeah. So that I definitely believe in.
Yeah.
But not like like I said, the religious.
The religion चाहिँ तिमीले, let's say तिमीलाई भगवान मान्नु पर्यो अरे हैन. Religion भनेको त path देखाउने तरिका एउटा path मात्र हो नि त हैन. So religion लाई पुरा तिमीले discard गर्छौ कि हैन, I'm just a spiritual person, I don't like religion भन्छ.
Yeah, म त्यही नै भन्छु होला, the latter.
हो र?
Yeah, because why is because see, I was born into a Buddhist family. My mom Kirati ho, but then they were like more Hindu inclined. I went to a proper Christian school.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
10 years, right?
Yeah.
A Roman Catholic school. So I went saying, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, like morning, day
Yeah.
and night. So I did that.
Yeah.
So I was full Jesus Christ,
Full
10 years.
Jesus Christ.
And then I came back because hostel ma ho ni ta मेरो ta. And then again, I got married into
Hindu family.
into a Hindu family. Culture is very different. So for me, basically, I respect all religions, right? I go to all religious functions, and while I'm there, like very deep respect I have. But once I start seeing the process of like sometimes
Rituals are चाहिँ मन
yeah,
परेन.
oh, त्यो चाहिँ मलाई एकदम मन पर्दैन क्या. Sometimes there's so much wastage and
यस्तो
there's just so
गर्नुहुन्छ,
much
यस्तो गर्नु हुँदैन, this, that, तरिका.
some controlling
Yeah.
aspect of religion चाहिँ मलाई त्यो एकदम त्यो aversion हुँदो रहेछ क्या.
So rituals भन नि त, religion नभन नि त.
So whatever, I don't know what it is. So again, like I say religion because let's say any god. So I don't think there is a god sitting there thinking, "Oi, tale yo garis, lai ta ma yo gardiन्छु."
Exactly. God is
त्यसले त्यो गर्यो-
non-judgmental, हैन?
So then to non-judgmental त godै भएन नि त त्यहाँ, like the figure एउटा चाहिँ I don't believe there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's not like something or someone there, God looking at you.
त्यही त, तर रिलिजनले चाहिँ यसो नगरे पाप लाग्छ भनेर भन्छ, right? But when we actually think of God, I really believe and I feel that God is non-judgmental, ever loving, ever forgiving. कहिले आएर, you know, God is like mother. तिमीले दियालाई, do you think you'll be upset with Dia for doing something stupid for too long?
No.
You can hardly stay
त्यही त.
angry.
So this is my thing. I see God in the people that I love. So मेरो लागि मेरो भगवान मेरै बुढा हो. मेरो आमा बाउ, मेरो भगवान, मेरो सासु ससुरा, मेरो भगवान, मेरो बच्चाहरू, मेरो भगवान हो. You know, so I will always do things to keep them happy, to make them happy. So when I say like मैले let's say चोरी बदमासी गर्नु गए, I don't give a shit about about some God punishing me in the afterlife.
Yeah.
What I give a shit about is my children being affected by it.
Yeah.
So imagine the sin that I'm creating if I go
And do something wrong. So do you believe in karma then?
Again, I don't go that far. Right here, right now.
होइन, जस्तो कर्म भनेको चाहिँ I don't want to
like-
be like एकदमै त्यो religious कर्म होइन के. So physicsमा पनि के हुन्छ, every action
Has
has,
an equal opposite reaction.
right?
Absolutely.
So तिमीले भन्न खोजेको थियो, तिमीले केही गर्यो भने चाहिँ you will face the consequences,
So-
which is then again going to affect your family, the people that you
that
love,
people that I consider my God.
your
Yeah.
God, होइन? So God भनेपछि, you know what I think of God?
Okay, tell me.
God is like water के.
Mhm.
जस्तो हामीले पानी भन्छ होइन, नेपालीमा पानी भन्यो, इङ्ग्लिसमा वाटर भन्यो होइन, अब के अरू के भाषा हुन्छ
Whoa.
वो होइन.
मलाई कहाँबाट आयो?
तिमी नेवारको भनेर नि.
See, sometimes मेरो यस्तो brain छ है, Prerana, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I know things that I don't even know I know. Anyways,
दिपक अङ्कल मस्ट बी
saying it right, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that I knew it was. Wo भन्छ?
हो नि,
नेवारीमा?
वो पानी, जल, क्युना, मी, दलो.
ल,
There's-
यति
these are
साह्रो
all
चाहिँ छैन
water,
मेरो brain. Okay, honey.
right? It's just
Chinese-मा
different.
shui.
Right? So all of these names, basically the same thing. Water is water नि. होइन, God भनेको पनि त्यही त हो, रिलिजन भने पनि त्यही त हो, खालि डिफ्रेन्ट नाम मात्रै त्यहाँ जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई चाहिँ,
Okay.
होइन त?
Hola.
होला, अब तिमीले गएर
No, like for me, what I think is, of course, Buddha existed, right?
Yeah.
So Siddhartha Gautama was a person who existed. He had certain principles. That great, awesome leader, right? So people listen to that, whatever. Then it was built from there. So it's not an imaginary, fictional creature. There's a person. Similarly, Jesus Christ was a person. Their prophets were people. Maybe कतिवटा Hindu gods were people in many
Yeah, it's funny,
thousands of-
जस्तो अब सीता,
yeah,
द्वार-
who had great thoughts and
Yeah.
good whatever. So we leave it at that.
good people.
Good people who wanted to save the world, who wanted to make the world a better place, the world that they lived in much better than, and that they left a legacy, and that's great, right? So now, how did we suddenly think that now this person died, went up in the air, and then started to become
Died.
judge? त्यो part चाहिँ हो क्या मलाई अलिकति problematic.
त्यही त, so that's what, you know, there are certain things in religion which makes us feel like, oh my God, that is not actually how I want my God to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
Like the periods one.
Oh my God.
Right? Right? Like if my God is telling me, first of all, that God made me a woman.
Exactly.
Decided I have to go through this 5 days of periods and have my own issues and my own problems and my own difficulties, and then to 5 days said, "To मेरो मन्दिरमा आउने हैन, त फोरी हो, dirty, out." What kind of a God? You know what I mean?
Obviously.
So that's how I saw
त्यो
it.
खास कसरी स्टार्ट भएको थाहा छ? So
I've
त्यो
heard.
बेलामा चाहिँ, what's your version, tell me?
I have so many versions, no, but it doesn't matter. I grew up in a Buddhist household, so I didn't hear that as a child, so it's not there in my head, or I don't
होइन त्यो खास चाहिँ
practice it.
किन भन्दाखेरि so that the women of the house would get rest के होइन अब त्यो
And I've even
केटीहरूको-
heard like scientific versions where like, you know, your energy actually is
Yeah,
different, and when you're in
it
the mandir,
is.
so the energies के भन्छ त्यसलाई?
सो हाम्रो चक्र चाहिँ तलबाट माथि राइज हुन्छ नि त होइन सो वेन वी डु द्याट इफ वी गो एन्ड मेडिटेट सो वी एक्चुली ट्राइङ टु रिलिज सो त्यो डाउनवर्ड फ्लो हुँदैन नि त सो इट एक्चुली अफेक्ट्स द होल मेडिटेसन एन्ड
पनि
अल अफ
हुन्छ।
द्याट द्याट्स डिफ्रेन्ट त्यो त झन् एकदमै नेक्स्ट लेभल त्यो ऊ भयो होइन विचार भयो त्यो त एनर्जीमा गयो तर खास चाहिँ किन स्टार्ट गरेको अरे भन्दाखेरि खास सो द्याट पहिला पहिला पानी लिन कहाँ जानु पर्थ्यो टाढा टाढा जानु पर्थ्यो दे वुड हेभ टु क्यारी द वाटर राइट त्यो पानी बोकेर त्यो बिचरा त्यो पेट दुखेर त्यो भइरहेको बेलामा हाउ वुड सी डु द्याट त्यही
so
भएर
rest,
पानी
I guess.
नछो भनेको अरे के बुझ्यो तर अहिले के गरिदियो पानी नछो है छुनु हुँदैन
Oh, so this is my problem. Okay, when they say, "Isto nagar," this is the part of the religion.
Yeah.
No. You know, it could just be like, "Tei nahi, rest karo."
एक्ज्याक्टली सो हिन्दू धर्म जुन भन्छ नि एक्चुली इट्स नट अ धर्म नि त इट्स वे अफ लाइफ
Life, exactly. Oh, that I support completely.
त्यही
Yeah.
त
So there is a lot of thoughts and processes within the Hindu Dharma, within Buddhism, within even Christianity that are
सबै त्यही हो
beautiful, and I absolutely support. But I just don't want to be that.
रिलिजियस
Yeah, that
एकदमै उ
do
गर्नुपर्छ।
these weird kind of things to
Puja.
please God. Yeah, and my mom always said, you know, Bhagwan bhaneko is not for to ask for anything, it's just to be grateful for what you have. So when you come into a puja kota, you don't say malai yo deo, yespali malai pass garo, malai tyo do nothing. You say whatever
Thank you,
happened,
God.
I'm grateful for my life, my family, my health, my da 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 da. So it's more for gratitude. So that I definitely practice. So I do go to temples, I do go to monasteries, wherever, and every time I enter one, it's more from a perspective of gratitude. And म त अझ भगवानलाई पनि जिस्काउँछु त म त I don't know है तपाईँ छ कि छैन मलाई थाहा छैन. If you are listening, bro, thank you.
Thank you, bro. Oh no, oh God.
I'm not even kidding. In my head, I'm always making fun of them, like how I make fun of them outside also.
Oh my God.
I think God will also like me. So this is the thing. This is the thing. I think as long as I'm being a good person, I'm not harming anybody. I have no ill intent towards anybody. If there is a God, whether I believe or not, whether I say yes, Bhagwan, hey Prabhu, Bhyana Bilka or not, he or she or they, whoever, will be happy with the way I've led my life. If they are going to be affected because I said, oh,
Too bad.
Bhagwan छैन भने not too bad, then त त्यो भगवानै त्यो त म भन्दा पनि झुट भयो then त what to say. This is my thought.
I know. What's the use to
Yeah, what's
Bhagwan?
the- yeah.
त्यही भन. So when people think, you know, oh,
मैले कति गाली खान्छु होला कमेन्ट्समा यसले भगवानलाई के भन्यो भनेर.
by the way, so my friend who actually got me here to do this podcast told me strictly,
No God.
no, don't ever read the comments.
I was like, don't talk about God. Shit, we just spent
We
15
talked
minutes.
about everything. We've talked about sex, to God, to religion. We're going to have all these people, I'm not saying what not,
What
so
not.
don't read the comments.
No. I always read comments. See, my thing, I think also my USP or whatever about me is that I love people. Okay.
Yeah.
and I feel like I connect with people. So that's why I love my followers. I feel like they're my family, you know. And the amount of things that I share, everything, I feel it's sort of to connect. I don't think it's internet चाहिँ मैले कसरी use गर्छु is more than
As
just
a
putting
tool.
a pretty picture. किन दामी फोटो त हामीलाई पनि खिच्नु हुन्छ नि चुट्याङ गरेर त हैन. You know what I mean? So that's not the agenda. The agenda is for them to see me the way I am.
And to share something.
Yeah, which is why I read comments.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know what the amazing
And I
thing
reply
is?
also.
That's really good. That's what I do on my Instagram. So every time a man bad troll garcha ke garcha and I'm like, thank you God. Like
For what?
Miruma oilesama I haven't had anything like that. And it's so sweet messages are also
absolutely.
DM ma. And I'm like touched. मैले एउटा कुरा share गरेर if somebody's life or somebody is feeling better, doing better,
Absolutely.
why not? Why not share my thought? हुन्छ नि?
Absolutely.
And त्यो सानो एक एउटा quote राखिदिन्छ कि whatever comes to my mind that day, I'll just share that, and people love it. So whatever we are talking about, the whole intention of doing a podcast, मेरो चाहिँ के थियो भन्दाखेरि, you know, my job is to help people. That's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
I'm a holistic health consultant.
Yes.
Right? म मात्र कति सिकाउनु मान्छेलाई. You know, people like you, you've got so much positive energy, your mindset. It's something that can influence a lot of people, and they need to hear that. I know.
I don't know मैले के राम्रो इन्फ्लुएन्शियल कुरा चाहिँ गरे.
किन राम्रो गरेछ हैन?
गरे.
We've talked about so many things, you know.
I always tend to underestimate.
You need to change that mindset,
Yeah,
bro.
but not about myself. It's just the thing is, I've just put everything else up on the same level. Like, I think everybody's like this. Know what I mean?
No,
So I think what I'm saying isn't like extraordinarily special.
So you know what I think? So normally, even when I'm coaching my client, you know, everybody knows everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But what we are doing is reminding them. Okay? किनकि हामीलाई reminder चाहिन्छ नि त.
Absolutely.
So it could be from a post that you're making, a story that you're putting up,
Yeah.
or listening to our podcast right now. If something that they need to hear comes through us, we are just the messenger.
Yeah.
You know, and they are their own guides, Nita.
Yeah. So absolutely, that's the reason why I keep writing, and I like you said, you get all these beautiful messages. I get also the loveliest, sweetest messages. How people, you know, feel like I've changed their life without even me knowing about it. I know.
Yeah.
And when they were in such a bad mood, they read something and they connected, and they feel now better. They feel like wanting to do better for themselves. They feel like looking at things from a different perspective, and that's why I absolutely do it. I also love it. Yeah, but I get hate also.
Hate also.
Trolls. I can't say thank you God just yet.
So you know when
I'm a Miss Nepal after all. Miss Nepals, I think, are the most complicated one or whatever hated breed of individuals in not hated. I would say criticized.
त्यस्तो हैन के. Appreciate पनि त कतिले गर्छ
Absolutely.
You know, Miss Nepalमा म जब when I actually went to represent Nepal, हैन, त्यो जस्तो मलाई रमाइलो. I never actually was interested in beauty pageant, and I know you were not either.
By default, तपाईं त हाइटले परेल.
By default, हैन, मलाई त जबरजस्ती Miss Nepalमा.
त्यही त नि, because of your height. So by default, people say you Miss Nepal.
तिमी पनि थिएन नि पहिला. Like I remember, तिमी त्यो typical Miss Nepals, like you're
typical
still not
beauty queen.
You know, you were never that.
I was
हामीलाई
never
अहिलेसम्म makeup लाउँदैन. Remember you put this story makeup के छ भन्दा like exactly.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I always felt like Miss Nepal हुनुको लागि चाहिँ it doesn't have to be one type of girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until date, I feel like it has to be different kinds of people, because there are girls like us also.
Yeah,
Representation.
exactly.
You know, so we're represented.
I know.
Not
So
total
even Miss
beauty
Nepal
queen.
ma, beauty pageant. Okay, let's talk about beauty
pageant.
pageants. Okay, so when you say Miss Nepals, they are like hated.
Not
or
hated. I would change the word. The most criticized.
criticized.
Definitely.
Criticized छैन भन न. Everybody is.
Everybody is.
Right?
Okay.
But Miss Nepals, they've done कति राम्रो चीजहरु के.
Weave.
Weave.
We've done.
Eh, we have.
Not
Okay.
they.
Right. Miss Nepal's we have actually created a lot of good things.
Absolutely.
Jostै तिम्रो त्यो एउटा story हेर, if that changes somebody's life.
Or even just day. There doesn't have to change
Just
their
even
life.
a
Just
day,
their day.
right? So it's a ripple
It put-
effect.
yeah,
Yeah,
it has to put one smile a day. Definitely I'm
I
giving
know.
one smile a day.
So isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
So beauty pageants, man. First, when I thought about beauty pageants, when did I actually go for a beauty pageant? I even forgot. My
Sis.
God, 20 years ago, man.
अँ.
22 years ago.
अनि अघि चाहिँ I am so young भनेर
23 years ago.
You already.
God damn it.
You already batty.
But you know,
म मिस नेपाल भएको 15 वर्ष हुन लागिसकेको छ
मैले तिमीलाई यहीँ ट्रेन गरेँ.
हो नि त नि योगा गराउनु हुन्थ्यो नि तपाईँले
God. You know what? It's so funny. So I was, we were actually going to talk about beauty pageant. Let's stick to that.
Okay.
So beauty pageants भन्ने बित्तिकै मान्छेले चाहिँ के beauty pageant गर्छ हैन? I had that mindset before.
20 years ago.
Exactly. And it actually changed very recently.
I was going to say the same thing. I had that mindset after I became Miss Nepal. You know what I mean? So म आफै Miss Nepal भइसकेपछि पनि a couple of years after I'm like, what is this shitty beauty pageant?
Exactly. That's what I used to think.
I went through that phase. Absolutely.
Right?
I did.
So just recently, when I started training Miss Nepal's, पहिला I think I started actually Ashmikoमा गएर पनि train गएको थिएँ, तिमीहरूलाई पनि train गएको थिएँ. It was different, right? So when Miss Universe Nepalको लागि, I became one of the main trainers. I saw the difference that Miss Nepal or that platform gave
Look
to
at
all those.
Jade, Deepika.
Jane.
Sorry. Got it. Look at, I'll do it again.
No, I know Instagram is Jade, sir, so you're not.
So
Yeah. So,
like, how do I get
but her
that wrong?
name is Jane Deepika
But sorry, now
Garrett.
whatever your name on Instagram is, that's your name.
My name is Luxury Yogi.
You are luxury yogi. Sorry. Now, now what to do? I didn't know her name was Jane. I thought it was Jade Deepika.
Well, that's a beautiful name too.
Yeah. So either way, what I was saying was, look at the impact that she is also made.
Right. So त्यो मात्र हैन कि त्यहाँ आउने हैन ट्रेनिङको हेर्दा हेर्दै केटीहरू the way they evolved it was such a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It was something that made me think, damn, मेरो पनि त भएको थियो. भएको थियो होला. It's just that I didn't see that in me. किनकि हामीले आफ्नोमा भएको changes देख्दैन नि त. Right? So then when I saw that beauty pageant, yes, hola, judgmental huncha, judging the ho. You do that since you were in school. You are being judged, which I think is very shitty.
Mata, I don't think it's shitty again. I have a very different. I almost have a problem with not being judged.
Oh my God.
In schools these days.
Oh my God.
Like everybody's good, everybody's normal. I mean, normal to everybody is. I mean, everybody's the same. I loved that first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, last. I loved coming. I loved the races.
You're very
the
competitive,
sports.
Nita. So that is good. That will actually push you.
Yeah. The other day, my daughter comes home with a math BO, spelling B certificate. I was like, "Kya hai tumi first, second, third?" She's like, "What is that? Like, why did you get the certificate?" Because I did spelling bee. So who won? Huh? Nobody. Who got the certificate? Everybody. I'm like, no value certificate. First, second, third, fourth. And so participation.
Oh God!
I hated participation certificates. मेरो आफ्नो first, second, third, fourth certificate file मा हाल्थे हैन participation certificate पछाडीपट्टि के कुचाएर. I didn't like.
म त जिन्दगी केमा फर्स्ट सेकेन्ड थर्ड प्लस टू पुगेपछि चाहिँ पुरा खतरा हैन.
खतरा केमा अचानक भयो प्लस 2 मा.
Oh, that's the thing. If you are interested in something, you'll excel. मेरो स्कुलमा जसरी पढाउँथ्यो हैन ला मेरो स्कुलको मान्छेले but they know it हैन. So मैले चाहिँ after 10th grade I went and did my high school plus 2 गर्दाखेरि मेरो टिचर्सहरु राम्रो पर्यो के. यस्तो राम्रो I still feel like हुन्छ नि उनीहरुले सिकाएको चीजहरु के.
They changed.
एकदमै literally changed me. हाम्रो 6 o'clock मा हुन्थ्यो बिहान क्लास. I would literally go and sleep.
In class?
सुत्थेँ
And how
टेबलमा
did they
बसेर
change you while you were sleeping?
because the way they taught it went into my head.
While you were sleeping?
होइन, सुत्यो नि त। Subconscious, seriously. सुतेर
God.
होइन आँखा चिम्मा गरे पनि सुन्थ्यो नि त. But they didn't punish me because I was sleeping. होइन सुतेर punish नगर भने चाहिँ
They're too much. Sorry, I don't support this. I'm a trainer. I don't want anybody sleeping in my class. I can't teach you anything while you're sleeping. Sorry. You need to be wide awake, listening to me. Then
I know what you mean because when I give workshops, I want them to be like,
exactly. You think like, I'm saying this awesome thing and this person
you're
is
sleeping.
Not sleeping. I'm like, oh man, I wish I could take that phone right now.
Oh my God. But you know what? Plus two में obviously the reason it changed was my teachers are राम्रो थियो के. The way they taught actually went inside my head भनौँ न. Or I was interested in the subjects,
Yeah, probably.
right?
I think it's probably the latter also.
है सो स्कुलमा कसरी सिकायो भन्दाखेरि एकदमै जजमेन्टल लाइक यु सेङ तर म प्लस टूमा जाने बित्तिकै एभ्री वाज लाइक वाउ प्रेरणा तिमी कस्तो राम्रो And I was like, really?
So I think it's different people thrive in
Yeah.
different environments.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
for me, I always thrived in competitive environments.
Oh.
Right? And I'm sure for somebody coming last in my class, it wasn't a wonderful experience for them to get the report and 38 out of 38.
म फेल चाहिँ हुँदैन थिएँ होइन मेरो म्याथमा चाहिँ 32 out of 32 इभन एसएलसीमा 32
My God, my God.
It was that bad. I was surprised that I got 32.
See, I might be a very nice, gentle parent, but if my daughter gets 32, I'm going to be upset.
Oh my God. मेरो
मेरो
parents
त मुटु नै कडक कुडुक हुन्छ होला म के भन्नु What is this?
है thank God
I'm
मेरो
still that mom.
मेरो mom and dad they were like the most chill.
Now that I think about it, my parents were also very chill, but they had to be chill. I was always doing well. So they didn't have an option to not be chill race, okay? I gave them too much credit.
Okay, now here's the thing, eh? तिम्रो mom dad ले तिमीलाई राम्रो कुरा instill नगरेको भए would you be that Zenisha?
No, I've always given them so much credit. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know.
saying. Yeah, but I mean, it's easier to be a chill parent when your child is excelling than to be a chill parent when your child is failing.
तर why is the child feeling could be, don't you think parents
Why you were getting 32 on 100 because of your dad?
Yeah, actually yes.
Really?
And
Because he
when-
was bad at math?
Yes, for real. And that was the funniest thing. So when Zoran iti auni na buya mo ta itma ta feel mo pun feel. But it actually helped me. Kina bhandakeri I never felt I had to be
Something else.
yeah.
But you know what, Didi? Now what I'm going to come to the conclusion is whether you were an excellent student or you were somebody hanging, just pass student, whatever it is.
I wasn't just pass. I was very good in some subjects.
Okay, so
but
whatever, I'm
extremely
just
bad
saying,
in
even
some.
if you were just pass or whatever,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you decide that, you're going to make your life successful, you're going to make yourself happy, you're going to make yourself feel like a winner, it's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on you. So it doesn't matter how we went through. Like, I think you went through an entirely different experience with your parents, with your upbringing, with your schooling.
Yeah.
I went through a different one. But now we're somewhat in the same zone,
Yeah.
same sort of mindset. It's because we chose this for ourselves.
I know. So सबैजनाको journey.
It's very different. But
Very
but we
different.
can definitely meet at the same destination.
Yeah. तर एउटा चिज के तिमीले जुन mindset को त्यो गर्छौ नि हैन. That's one thing a lot of people struggle with.
Absolutely, Didi. 100%.
Right?
I'm telling you. I work, especially women. Right? Now I'll get to the women part. Especially women. I worked in HR for a few years. And the normal question, when we're hiring people and we always ask them, expected salary kati ho ta? But as a company, we always have in mind, let's say this job, my budget is 50,000. I'll still ask you,
Yeah.
expected salary kati ho? If you are a woman, most likely you're going to say 30,000, 25,000,
Why?
40,000. Listen to me. If you're a guy, most likely you're going to say 60,000, 70,000. You know what I mean? Because women always sort of undervalue their
Potential.
not just potential, their financial, how much, what they deserve financially. Okay? And men always overestimate it. Because I think men grow up, obviously, thinking with the mindset that they have to earn, that it's their job to earn, to bring in the box, to, you know, be the breadwinner, all of that. And women is mostly just pocket money. So so let's say I am hiring, I have a budget of 50,000, and you tell me your expected salary is 25,000. You know, most probably I'll say, "Mal ta 30 diyo bhane khusi bhayihalcha." Because
Yeah.
you expect, why should I give you 50?
Yeah.
अहिले म 30 मा राख्दै गर्छु या 25 मै राखुला, राख्दै गर्छु 3 महिना 6 महिना पछि, you know, 30 बनाइदिउला, 35 बना. I can retain you for the next 3 years, give you 50,000 in 3 years, and you'll be very happy about it. You know what I mean, right? So women, we really, really undervalue ourselves. But where did we start this topic?
Timro mindset coach.
Mindset, okay, yeah. So mindset. बोल्दा बोल्दा बिर्सिसक्यो question है, बिर्सिसक्यो नि. So what I'm trying to say is mindset also from how we grow, what we see, what we know, and what we demand, what we ask, how do we value ourselves, what do we think our worth is. अब यो पो नम्बरमा भन्नु सजिलो, तर I guess we're doing that 25,000 in every aspect of life. Okay?
Yeah.
We're settling for much lesser than we deserve, much lesser than what we can get easily.
All the time.
So this we need to raise our value. We need to raise our worth. It's very, very important. And the more we ask for it, the more we demand. I'm not saying like that, but in small things, definitely we'll start.
So how can one do that?
In which context you tell me?
जस्तै अब
Give me a context.
फ्यामिलीसँग होस् अथवा काममै होस्, वर्क स्पेसमा होस्, कसरी
Number
गर्नुहोस्?
one, I think, and the most important, again, this is a topic that I can go on for days, right?
Go
But
on.
No.
We've got all the time.
But number one, I think, is managing boundaries. Boundaries with every single person, whether it's your husband, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, it's your children, it's your in-laws, it's your relatives, it's your friends. Managing boundaries. What can you accept and what you will not?
And how does one do that? How do you
By
know what your
knowing.
boundary is?
By knowing your self-worth. If you know somebody is saying, asking of you something, and you are tsasakke, or yeah, you know, and you're tsasakke, and you're like, and you want to go and sit in a corner, and you want to cry, and you want to scream, and you want to run away from this house, that means your boundaries are being crossed. How do you know the kasari भन्ने हरू?
I like that.
There is no rule book other than
Yeah.
tsasakke. You know what I mean? Ali just ठीक छ, happens when you're trying to के भन्ने, manage in a socially acceptable setting. You're trying to all के भन्ने, be cordial and nice and have this balance. Ali तिमी अलिकति चस्का लिऊ, म अलिकति चस्का लिन्छु, it's fine. But you know, when that's happening constantly, it breaks you down. It doesn't let you be who you are. It doesn't allow you to feel the full bandwidth of happiness that you deserve to live your life with every single day. Right? So managing boundaries, knowing what you can do, you know, give yourself, but maybe parts of yourself that you're better at, areas of lives that you can, or spaces that you can contribute to, do more there. And the areas that you cannot, you need to protect yourself. That's very important. Right?
Managing let's say boundaries, I think we fail to do that since एकदमै सानो age के.
Yeah, because our parents or our generation parents never gave us decision-making power, authorities. They told us what to do, and if we didn't do that, we were labeled as disobedient kids. And obedience was put in so much value that if you are obedient, if you are obedient, then you are good. If you're obedient, somehow the parents are also in some pedestal. I'm a obedient child. You know, obedience was given so much to the extent that you almost feel obliged to be obedient
to
even when you don't want to.
Yeah. And not be yourself and still follow all
if you
this
just
nonsense.
say something that that almost looks at like, why is this girl questioning it? Then you feel like, did I do something wrong? So every single eye stare you got, every single time somebody told you, every single time somebody said, no, you did that. You dabao, you never learned. And you didn't make those decisions for yourself.
Yeah, and that became your personality, right?
And that, you normalized it. You don't even know subconsciously. So that's how you don't know how to set boundaries. Setting boundaries.
So say for instance, हाम्रो age group को 30 to 45.
Okay.
Right? को मान्छेहरुलाई, if somebody wants to change or start setting boundaries, what would you suggest them?
I would say work on yourself, number one.
How would they do that?
Yes. This is very, very important. So one, we need to first find the problem areas. SWOT analysis garden a business ma strength, weakness, opportunities, threats.
Yes.
You could do a SWOT analysis for yourself, right? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Which areas do you think you're lacking in? Where are the disappointments? What is it that's troubling you? What is that's troubling them? Again, very specific to each condition. If it's a family issue, what is it that's upsetting the family?
Write it down.
Yeah, write it down, make like this whole analysis, and which parts you can work on immediately, which parts might need a little more time, and which parts might be like a long-term thing.
Yeah.
And then understand where you stand.
Yeah.
Then what kind of, it's so vague, what kind of competencies you need in order to improve them. So you go and look for the skills, skills.
Weaknesses are like say strength.
Slowly. And sometimes not necessarily also, you don't need to make them your strength, you just need to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
and
a weakness.
see that is mine.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is there. I'm there. I don't need to touch it. I don't need to do anything about it. We'll work around it.
Yeah, but understand yourself.
Yeah, understanding. And most of the time what we do is we're delusional, delulu. Everybody's delulu. You know what I mean? Gen Z slang apparently, delulu, right? Everybody's delulu. What we either overestimate ourselves. Bhankar. Bhankar. Hos na hos, bhankar. I'd written on this also. Either we are dus. You know? So we do that even with like in every aspect of our lives. We're very biased to ourselves. We can't be honest to ourselves. So self-reflection is important. Then this, and then you can find the steps. And then it's very individual, these steps. How to build your life.
So you need to get a coach. You can get...
Yeah. If you can get
Janice as your coach.
If you can get professional help, or at least let's say an outsider's perspective, sometimes it definitely helps.
I think everybody should have a coach.
Yeah.
Like Tiger Woods, when he was at his top, he had 50 different coaches.
Of course.
Everybody has.
The most successful people are the only people who accept they need help. In every aspect.
I like that.
Yeah.
I know. So the other thing is, coaching bhanne bittigai, a lot of people don't understand coaching. They think it's a therapy. So what is mindset coaching? How do you do it?
It can be a form of therapy also, if you need it.
हुन्छ नि therapy त सबै चिज therapy हो तिमीले लेख्छौ तिम्रो therapy
हो
हैन so when you say mindset coaching, do you actually do one-on-one coaching and help people?
I have done it, but it's not effective when it's like a 1-day session, 2-day session. You know what I mean? So I need to find a way to make longer programs. I think I need to work on that. So in my head, it's good right now, but I don't think it translates like that. But we need to make longer programs. It'll definitely help. But yeah, I can do one-on-one also.
Right. So you're doing workshops now.
Yeah. So workshops, why I do workshops is because in a group setting, I can say all these things, right? And I can make fun of all these little aspects. And there's somebody there who's feeling it.
Yeah.
And she can take it in a group. But if I'm doing a one-on-one, like let's say, I'm just saying, I won't say it like that, but they might feel more judged. In a group setting, they know, oh, this is my weakness, and then they understand that also. And, oh,
and
this
some
is
people
good.
are laughing, and
someone is laughing, someone is accepting, someone is in a group. It's a safe space.
Yeah,
it's not being pointed out. The people have a problem with one-on-one it being pointed out. That's why people don't go to therapy. That's why people don't do these coaching, whatever. It's because they're not ready to see
their flaws. Accept.
Yeah, and unless you can't see your flaws, you can't ever grow. So that's why I do these workshops, which is great. And there's one coming up.
Okay, tell me about it.
Will our podcast be released before that? It's 13th.
Yeah.
13th
and I'm
February.
one of the guest speakers.
Guest speaker. I was going to go there. So 13th February. So Valentine's Day. It is made such a big deal. Like everybody thinks partner, like love, God, love. And Valentine's Day came up with like sort of loving your girlfriends. Kind of a thing, and मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने women or the women female energy सँग associate भएको tags are like, you know what, jealousy, gossip, bitchy, insecurity. You know, these are the things that women are supposed to be. Huh? Look at all the jokes. Huh?
Yeah.
All of the
Memes.
memes, everything. Why? Girls either gossip.
Yeah.
Huh? Either they're bitchy. You know, they're either fighting with each other, they're pulling somebody else down. And to a large extent, it's true. You know, we have that, and we've heard it so much from the outside. Also, somehow we believe it, okay? And we almost justify it. If we're insecure and we're a girl, it's a girl thing. If we're gossiping, girls do it. If we're being nasty and bitch, it's a girl thing. Like almost virasat mein mil gaye. You know what I mean? So like that's like.
Yeah.
So what I feel is we need to change the narrative about this one step at a time. So this workshop, I was like, I thought I'd do it with just my friends. And then I thought, why not? Because it's already a community. I have so many women out there who want to come talk to us. So I can keep it open. And then what we can talk about is, you know, women supporting each other in the sense that, but how do we do that? Again, I don't need to be supporting you. I can, कसरी भन्ने, मैले तपाईलाई support गर्दाखेरि it doesn't necessarily need to be just me, you know, posting on Instagram, oh, Prerana Shah, on air with Prerana Shah.
Like you coming here today, it's the
also
biggest
it's
support.
also a support.
Yeah.
But I mean, I might have gotten that opportunity. I might not have gotten that opportunity. You know what I mean? These are one of things. I get this opportunity once in 5 years to support you, right? But how do I even do that? Is by first accepting myself, loving myself, being secure myself, feeling confident myself, finding the courage within myself to be the woman I can be. So then once that comes up and I feel fulfilled as a woman, only then I can support another woman and say, oh, she's good. Oh, she's great. When you're not there, you know, I can praise you without feeling like यसको बारेमा अलिक धेरै भने नि म चाहिँ अलिक कम देखि पठाइला ओ ठिकै हो के अरे तपाईँ वेलनेस हो ठिकै हो खाइ के गर्छ थाहा छैन you know what I mean that can easily be my conversation or it could be something else but unless I love being a woman myself I cannot do that for anyone else so this workshop basically is about feeling that okay? With women is about feeling with yourself, loving yourself first
Falling
before
in love with yourself more
before
than anything else.
Valentine's Day. Let's
No,
do
if you don't have it
Valentine's. Yeah.
in you, how can you give it?
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's the theme. So that's what I thought. And then I thought you obviously would be a great addition to it because you have the side that I don't. The great energy and the one that you want to call religious, which it goes beyond me again, goes back to Laddu, you know. But I thought, you know, that will also really help.
But feminine
women.
energy, bhaneko, like, yeah, whatever you were saying is more like dark, and dark feminine energy is also beautiful.
It is. I'm sure
right?
it is. Mm-hmm.
So, मान्छेले चाहिँ त्यही नराम्रो चिज कस्तो केटी जस्तो रोको or केटी जस्तो कस्तो act गरेको you know those labels चाहिँ I think we also give ourselves that हैन so you work
त्यही भने I've heard that so much it almost feels normal भने क्या
हैन but it should not be
it should not absolutely
हैन त्यो feminine energy र masculine energy भनेको चाहिँ balanced out तिमीमा पनि हुनुपर्छ केटा मान्छेमा पनि हुनुपर्छ right
preferably
right exactly so तर मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ either they are too off balance that's why we feel like oh off भइरहेछ mood off छ or I'm feeling off and that could be because you're not loving yourself enough
most probably
mostly हैन why would you eat zepaite
यस्तो मिठो हुन्छ के गर्ने
one of the reasons of course मिठो हुन्छ right but mostly people start eating junk food or whatever cigarettes alcohol all of these things किन भन्दाखेरि they don't love themselves enough to think you know what this is not good for me
absolutely
I'm not going to take it
yeah
it's not serving me जस्तो हामीले toxic relationships भन्छ नि त्यो सबै चीजमा स्टार्ट हुन्छ के हैन त फुडमा पनि toxic food
yeah
toxic habits I have के भन्नलाई
toxic relationship
with food I don't think it's that toxic
no it's not that bad it's not that bad
you know restrictive diet जुन छ नि म खाँदैन यो त म छुँदैन ओहो I'm on this भने that is more toxic
that is absolutely
हैन so तिम्रो चाहिँ healthy eating छ most of the time
yeah
कहिले काहीँ त्यो you're always
यताउता।
out. ए भगवान तिमी जस्तो को हुन्छ होला इन्भाइटेड इभेन्ट्सहरूमा. Alright. So now त्यो भन्दै हाम्रो इभेन्ट your event when is it happening?
Oh, I didn't say it. February 13th.
Ani what can people
It's
do?
a Tuesday. It's at around 5, so everyone can come after work.
केटाहरू पनि आयो हुन्छ?
No. It's a girls only event.
What if they identify as a girl?
I don't know. See, I don't know these things. I guess if they identify as a girl, it should be okay, right? Huh? What do you think?
Of course.
I guess.
You know what? I think everybody should attend Galentine. One of the reasons could be if someone wants to be a better husband.
No, I don't want men. I don't want
men. Okay.
men in the workshop. Out.
Not allowed.
Not allowed. In this workshop. I've done so many workshops. This is my first one, only female.
Galentines. Only female.
I want to talk about female
yes.
stuff. Yeah,
okay, female
and
stuff.
Female and who identifies as female also maybe should be okay, you know.
All
but
right.
female will all wear pink, like this. We'll all wear like little hearts. We don't have to wear little hearts. I'm just saying we'll all wear pink, come into the mood, and we're going to have fun. It's going to be like a networking thing. And they can find me on Instagram.
So they can find the numbers, details, everything.
Everything is on Instagram. And I have a page called On Your Mark, Zen Set, Grow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the
कस्तो राम्रो नाम.
Zen.
Zen.
Yeah, मेरो आमाले मलाई पण्डित नि भन्छ थाहा छ.
किन?
बिकज म सबै कुरा नामकरण म गर्छु नि त. केही नयाँ बिजनेस स्टार्ट हुनलाई ए जान के नाम गर्ने. लाइक मेरो भाइ बहिनी सबैलाई जे चाहिन्छ न एभ्रीबडी. मेरो भाइको पनि युट्युब च्यानल छ नि त होइन समय भ्लग्स. ए हाम्रो भ्लगको नाम के राख्ने समय मैले एकदम यो समय यस्तो यस्तो भनेर हेल्प गरेको. यु नो आई हेभ अ ब्रान्ड कल कोजी. कोजीको एभ्री के अरे pajamas brand. Every print I name all of the.
My God, talented Zen.
I love naming stuff. So मेरो आमाले मलाई पण्डित नि भन्छ. Anyways, okay, I was now that we are on Cozy, so that workshop, find me on Instagram. Now that we are on Cozy, I also want to talk a little bit about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
In this aspect, entrepreneurship. मान्छेले एकदम ठुल्ठुलो बिजनेस यस्तो business houses this thatहरू सोच्छ हैन, which is great, but within all of that there is just like a small purpose. For me, when we started Cozy, or before I started Cozy, I love to sleep. I told you अघि कुम्भकर्ण, right? And सुत्ने बेलामा पनि I love being like matchy के. तलमाथि matching.
That's how that thing came up.
So I would always buy pajamas हैन. अनि म let's say kahin गयो भने I would always buy pajamas, bring it back, and then I wanted to buy नेपालमै. अनि त्यति साह्रो थिएन त्यो बेला नाइट सुटहरू matching cute pajamas, and I used to ask people के लाउँछौ त राति सुत्दा यहाँ पाउँदैन भने. You know what answers I got? होलीमा दाग लागेको टी-शर्ट, खुनिकेमा फाटेको भुवा लागिसकेपछि पुरानो थोत्रो लुगा. So the mindset behind Cozy was बाहिर दुनियाँलाई देखाउनुको लागि त आमा तलदेखि माथिसम्म सुन चाँदी हिरा मोतीले भरेर आँखा नाकमुख अर्कै बन्निने गरेर निस्किन्छ है हैन. अनि घरमा आफू घर आउने बेलामा चाहिँ के होलीको रङ नगएको लुगा लाएर सुत्ने for yourself, right?
Oh my God.
So that didn't make sense to me at all. So what I feel,
that is also self-love.
Yeah. So always, no matter what on the outside, you have to feel good. So my night suit बेचेर के कमाउनु, you know, it's not like एकदम भयंकर business त हैन. But every time we sell cozies and every time we get these photos of people saying, oh, I love it, and it's at home. You're not doing it for anybody. Maybe for your husband, maybe for your boyfriend, I don't know who. But, you know, other than that, you're doing it for you. Because you want to be at home looking cute, looking pretty, feeling good about yourself. When you get home, you change, you wash up, feel pretty, moisturize, whatever you do, you know, that little self-love that you give yourself, that importance that you give yourself, that to me is more important. I want people to have that.
You know, I've always thought about cozy, you know, you feel good.
हाम्रो त्यो लोगोमा पनि it's a hand. It's cozy with a Z, and I'm Z. And Z को बीचमा कोहीलाई यस्तो पनि काट्छ मान्छे. It's a hand that's hugging the Z. So the logo also, I imagine that logo, when nobody cares, but I'm just saying.
Of course, people care about the logo. That's why.
So it's like this hug. So it's like a cozy hug when you feel, you know, you're doing it to yourself.
That's such a beautiful way to actually start a business
Yeah,
once, okay?
yeah. So that of course a business has to make money, but if it makes sense for you and for your customers, that's what I want for my customers or for people who buy Cozy, is that feeling of self-love. If I'm promoting that, that to me is a winner.
है तिम्रो सबै कामहरू के I feel like you're earning a lot of good karma.
Thank
साँच्चै
you.
नै
Lot of good money मा पनि टाउ हल्लाउनु लाग्थ्यो रे।
lot of good money because good karmaले त good money आउँछ नि money is just energy
Yeah,
हेर
absolutely.
त्यही भएर त तिम्रो राम्रो छ नि touch wood
ठिकै छ. Thank you.
होइन you have things to be grateful for.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely, 100%.
And
I agree.
people don't realize that सानो कामहरू जस्तो तिमीले भन्यो नि cozy feeling, loved, all of these things, you're adding so much
Absolutely.
value and love. You're giving so much to people.
In fact, even all of our these baby brands also, we only started after we had a baby.
Yeah.
You know?
दिएपछि त
Yeah,
नि।
we didn't know because त्यो भन्दा
केही
अगाडि त
नपाएर।
एसोसिएसनै हुन्थेन नि त
Yeah.
दियाको टाइममा त यति सपिङ गऱ्यो हामीले बाहिरबाट त्यो बेला त ह्युमिडिफायर एउटा किन्नु पनि यहाँनिर 50-60 हजारको थियो एउटा होइन अनि पछि हामीले त अभियसली बाहिरबाट ल्यायो त्यो गऱ्यो एन्ड देन पीपल लाइक सिरियसली इफ पिपल वान्ट गुड क्वालिटी स्टफ देयर आर अ फ्यू बट नट
Yeah.
इनफ सो देन वी गट द्याट विथ द्याट इन्टेन्सन
That's how it
it has to
started,
be
right?
available whether you buy or not that's on you.
Kide?
IMS Little Smiles.
Eh,
Yeah, so now we have a lot of international brands like Dr. Brown's. It's like a world #1 brand for like bottles.
So your baby
everything.
products are ni. There are so many chemicals that are actually not safe for the
Yes,
babies, like
yes.
even Johnson's and
Yes,
Johnson's
yes.
not safe for the babies.
Absolutely.
Also, how do you say, all right, I'm gonna have this product line in my store,
Yeah,
and
so-
we're not gonna have this one.
Absolutely.
How do you do
so,
that?
So we do that. Mostly we sell our own brands.
Oh.
हाम्रो आफ्नै brands हो. So all the distribution of the brands that we place in our stores, we reserve it for ourselves. So like Dr. Brown's, we're the distributors also.
Okay.
We're not just selling it in the store. We never bring it. We actually, Dikesh himself made the effort. Dia was a very colicky baby. She had gas in her stomach. She would cry. She couldn't drink. And then we used the Dr. Brown's, which is anti-colic. Life changed magically within days. Right? So we were like, wow, you're the khatra, you to ल्याउनै पर्यो. So Dikesh actually made an effort to go. त्यो बेला इन्डियामा पनि थिएन Dr. Brown's. अहिले पनि छ कि छैन, I don't know. So we get it directly from the US नै. होइन सो अहिले त छ नि त छ होला आई डोन्ट नो त्यो बेला चाहिँ थिएन है पाउँथ्यो बट देयर वाज आई डोन्ट नो देयर वाज समथिङ इन एनी केस सो इट्स अल आवर ओन ब्रान्ड सो हिमालय भयो क्रेन बेबी क्रेन ह्युमिडिफायर्स एयर प्युरिफायर्स बेच्छु वी सेल इट फर लाइक 15-20,000 द #1 इन द वर्ल्ड अगेन अ युएस ब्रान्ड सो त्यो पनि हामीले ल्यायो क्रेनमा पनि लाइक आई टोल्ड यु त्योभन्दा अगाडि त मान्छेको ह्युमिडिफायरको कन्सेप्ट पनि थिएन बच्चाहरूलाई तातो बनाएर हिटरको छेउमा राख्थ्यो अनि इमेजिन the torture that those kids were going through, right? So now again, humidifiers are pani airahach cha. So Crane has a whole baby range again, all of these non-toxic material, everything organic, all of these recycled. There's a whole. So we've associated ourselves with really good brands. And
so did you know all of these things like हुन्छ नि यसमा टक्सिक हो कतिजनालाई त थाहै हुँदैन कि ए यो हुँदैन बच्चालाई भनेर So did you do your study or
Yes, of course we did a study because we had our own babies and we cared.
हैन बच्चा भएको मान्छेहरूलाई पनि they don't know that chemicals
नै हुन्छ or are harmful.
Are harmful.
अब अहिले त if you don't know, I mean, what do you say? There's gulu gulu. I call Google gulu gulu. Gulu gulu, everything is on gulu gulu, no? No, अब now you have to want to अब एक सिम्पल कुराहरू त थाहा हुन्छ नै होला बिकज अब त बच्चालाई हाँच्छु पनि लाग्यो खोकी पनि लाग्यो हामी फर्स्टमा त गुगलै गर्छु डक्टरहरूलाई इरिटेट हुन्छ होला है आजकलको पेरेन्ट्सहरूले धेरै गुगल ए गुगलले त यस्तो भनेको थियो टाइम्स सो नाउ there's so much information so you should know I think at least we should all try to know better not just for babies for everything in life we should all try to be better.
Don't you think there is just too much of information?
It is, and you have to be smart enough to know how to filter through it. No, you can't.
How
just
do you do it?
Obviously, again, I take smartness and intelligence for granted. I don't know how I do it. That's what I do. I think it's like normal, like to just know, but apparently it's not. So
common sense is not so common.
Not so common. They like on my stories, Instagram stories, मैले IELTS मा 8.5 ल्याएको हैन. Apparently it's a big deal. I didn't know it was a score that's very difficult to achieve. Apparently. You know, speaking मा त मेरो 9 on 9 आथ्यो. अब म त गएर बोलेँ इङ्ग्लिस आउँछ बोल्नु बच्चा बेलादेखि प्र्याक्टिस गरेँ एन्ड पिपल आस्क मी दिदी कसरी गर्ने यसमा आइएल्समा कसरी स्कोर ल्याउने सिकाउनु यो त्यो आई डोन्ट नो के भन्ने मैले
पढेर गफ दिने के
प्र्याक्टिस होइन मैले मैले पढेँ भने होइन मैले उनीहरूलाई टिप्स दिएको चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिस गर भनेको होइन तर अदर देन द्याट वाट क्यान आई से
But you didn't practice it, Tyson.
I practiced my entire life. So John, it's a bigger practice. From grade 1, the moment I started learning English, I took it very seriously. मैले पढेँ त्यो बेला सो त्यो त प्र्याक्टिसै भएन त अब त्यो बेला पो आइएल्सको किताब पल्टाइ पढिनँ मैले बिकज अगेन आई टुक इट फर ग्रान्टेड आई थट
इट्स इजी नर्मल
मैले त के इङ्ग्लिस टेस्ट हो अब इङ्ग्लिस बोल्नु आउँछ कि आउँदैन मात्रै चेक गर्ने त अब आइहाल्छ मलाई बोलिदिन्छु म त
केको लागि युकेको लागि गएको थियो तिमीले
लागि सो दिस इज द थिङ आई टेक थिङ्स फर लाइक सर्टेन थिङ्स आई डोन्ट नो हाउ टु गिभ टिप्स एन्ड आई थिङ्क एभ्रिबडी जस्ट
त्यस्तै हुँदो रहेछ सो नर्मली वेन आम कोचिङ होइन लाइक त्यति पनि थाहा छैन हुन्छ कि एन्ड नाउ आफ्टर 20 years of coaching I don't ever think my client understands this भनेर यस्तो सिम्प्लिफाई गरेर भनिदिन्छु अनि यस्तोसँग भन्छु कि दे आर लाइक यति त थाहा छ कि प्रेरणा भन्छ लाइक वी नो दिस
I know I need to get to your level. When I coach more, I'll probably get there. Right
Yeah,
now, I
and
start from like
so doing workshops is one of the best way to reach out, obviously, right? So workshops matter, like you were saying, it's not individual person like you need to do this. Vanira.
it's a generic one. What you take from it is on you.
But what I've seen, Miro Kamma चाहिँ, when I take somebody, they normally sign up for 3 months, 6 months.
Oh.
होइन अनि यस्तो transformation हुन्छ and I love my
that must be
work.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful. And when they come to me saying, you know, a lot of people come to me with diseases or normally, like PCOS or, you know, cancer patients and all of these people, when they change and when they come back to me, मान्छेको अनुहार पनि चेन्ज भएको हुन्छ a lot of things. It's so nice. त्यो तिमीले ग्रुपमा त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स गर्न पाउँदैन के
No, but like for what your work, I think that makes sense. For me, कसरी
of course गर्न मिल्छ नि माइन्डसेटमा पनि
so people don't think no they have an issue with that. You know what I mean? Like let's say PCOS or cancer or whatever, it's there, no? Like a report will tell you you have
so
it.
if you're not being successful or if you're not where you want to be or if there are things just हामीले life coaching भन्छ हैन त्यसमा if you're not feeling or doing the things that you want to be, you need somebody's help and guidance. जहिले पनि आमा बाउले मात्र गरेको राम्रो हुन सक्दैन, right?
I think I need to pursue this like properly with like a
and
proper
I think
ownership.
you should.
Yeah, I will,
you know,
I will.
somebody who has gone through certain phases in life and evolved. Like I have seen you since, oh my God, you know,
Since I was a kid, yeah.
when I look at you, त्यो Zenisha but अहिलेको Zenisha is a totally different person.
Yeah.
And we all have something to share. You know, we all have learned हुन्छ नि हाम्रो journey right? And it's so important to have a guide.
Absolutely.
It's so important. So I think your mindset को यो अहिले group गर,
Right?
but I think
I should do an individual one also.
why
properly.
not? You know, start small. Take
Let's do
few.
it. I will
I
do
mean,
it.
you have so much responsibility
Yes.
anyways. But I think it's such an important role के
Oh.
बुझ्यो नेपाली मैले अहिले देखेको यङ्स्टर्सहरू नि they're not हाम्रो पालोको जस्तो अलि छैन के
Hi, they're more like, let's get out there, do it types. or
होइन
no?
होइन
What are they?
they're very shy.
Lousy? Huh? Really?
कोही चाहिँ you'll see super intelligent out there होइन because of information and all that they do their own thing. Over smart तिमीले भने जस्तो
म त ओभर स्मार्टै थिएँ हौ म चाहिँ
थिएन
चटपटी
चटपटी इज डिफरेन्ट नि होला ओभर स्मार्ट पनि थियो होला इफ यु से होइन तर अहिलेको जेनेरेसनको बच्चाहरू I think they are एकदमै they need a lot
more guidance.
Yes, किनकि
okay, okay, now I know where you're getting
over
it.
information के there's too much information
And the filter गर्नु नै
they don't know कि यो गर्दा ठिक छ कि त्यो गर्दा ठिक छ किनकि एउटाले एउटा चिज भन्छ अर्कोले अर्को चिज भन्छ इभन डायटमा
Oh my God, let's not even get to diet. Diet is like another story altogether.
So exactly
But there
same
is
thing
so
on
much
the-
out there, right?
I know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
mindset ma pani, if you've been through, let's say, relationship ko problem, I know. तिमीलाई थाहा छ नि यसो गर्दा राम्रो होला कि तिमी यसो गर न. There needs to be somebody actually
Aye.
guiding them. हाम्रो
I'll look
बेलामा
into it.
हाम्रो बेलामा को थियो?
Definitely.
गुगलु पनि थिएन.
गुलु गुलु पनि थिएन. मोइ गुलु गुलु.
हैन त गुलु गुलु पनि थिएन. So now we'd like to invite
Aye, someone's coming here.
no
Yeah, okay.
everybody whoever is watching this.
Dude, are you just gonna pop somebody? We'd like to invite somebody. Someone's gonna come up here, but not. Oh, everybody, yes, please join us at the Galentine's workshop happening on 13th
13th.
February, Tuesday.
Where?
At Address Lounge in
Where is that?
Kalikastan, Delhi Bazaar.
Oh.
They have a nice hall, so we'll close up the hall and we'll do this
है.
lovely workshop.
अनि
Yeah.
के dinner पनि छ?
So dinner is optional raheka after 8.
Oh, there's the thing.
Oh, you actually put it up there. Of course, smart boy. Who did this? Yeah, that's the one.
So we have 13th February, Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dinner पनि छ.
Dinner to after optional, like sort of networking if they want to do it.
Okay.
It's not compulsory, but this is the workshop, could say.
And you gotta wear pink.
Yeah, gotta wear pink.
यसपछिको अर्को पनि छ के अरे?
अर्को पनि एउटा उ थियो नि. There was one
Slide.
slide.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is what to expect. My God, Janice is gonna be rocking.
All of these.
So
No,
you'll
my
learn-
confidence दुईचोटि लेखेछु. And I didn't even know that. After I posted, so overconfident, confidence दुईचोटि लेखेछु 6 C's लेखेर. Okay, so
Oh
I was
my
like,
God, that's
come find out what the
hilarious.
last
Double
C
confidence
is.
in the.
Double confidence.
I know.
Yeah.
And this bitchy tuning into feminine energy with me.
Lifestyle consultant, Prerana
Right?
Shah.
So it's going to be an amazing event
Yep.
because I don't think anybody has ever done this before.
No, nobody has.
Right?
No.
And it's going to be one of a kind.
Absolutely.
And we'd like to invite all the ladies.
All the
Any
ladies to
limited
join us.
seats, sir.
Limited. Tikeko. I mean, we can push in a few more if
Yeah.
needed, but yeah, do sign up fast.
Sign up fast. Thank you so much for being here, making me laugh. Oh my
Thank you for having me. मैले के भने जे पहिले भन्ने मलाई थाहा छैन मलाई.
के
But I
जे
always feel like that after every interview. म के बोल्छु. And then I'm like, के बोली पठाएँ. But yeah.
म त हाँसेको भयो. I don't know how I'm gonna It was so much fun.
Thank you.
You know why I'm actually thinking we should stop because it's 5 बजे meeting, so it's already.
Is it? It's 5? Yeah, no, I need to go from here. But yeah. I have a meeting with the Miss Nepal gang.
The Miss Nepal.
Yeah. So we have this sort of group. Ani यसमा चाहिँ we do like every 3 months we change leadership of what to do with the group. And now we have a new chair and a co-chair for the next 3 months. So त्यसको लागि चाहिँ so every 3 months we try to do a project.
That's so nice.
yeah.
So what's the new project? Do you know?
It's something about self-defense. So we will release it soon.
So everybody can join, or is it just Miss Nepal?
No. It's for everybody. So that's what. So now we're going to discuss how we're going to do this in a proper way. So आजको meeting त्यही हो. So it's like a self-defense program for girls.
मैले उहाँको नाम बिर्सेँ तर एकजना हुनुहुन्छ. She was actually doing this. नामै बिर्सेँ.
So we have somebody there working with Gymkhana Muay Thai also.
Okay.
Because I'm a Sadikshah's husband is also into like martial arts and stuff. So there is some trainer there. So the details we're going to talk about this and then.
That's
the
really
meeting for today.
nice. Hey?
Yep.
So good luck with that.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Yay. Girly wedding.
All right. See you next time. All right.